So you may be curious, how do real estate agents get paid? What do they get paid? How often do they get paid? And is it all strictly commission based? So if you're thinking about getting into the real estate business, the number one question might be, well, how much does it pay? How do you get paid and how often do you get paid? Now, I'm sure you've maybe heard that real estate is a commission-based business, and of course, that could mean anything. You're getting paid based on the amount of your sales. So if you sell a house and it's worth a certain amount of money, you get a percentage of that. But how much do you get and how quickly do you get paid? So let's draw the parallel. We have a $100,000 property, and that $100,000 property, we typically get paid 3% to list it and get it sold. Or if you represent the buyer, you'll get anywhere from 2.5% to 3% for bringing a buyer and getting that home sold or purchased through your purchaser. Now, for every $100,000, if you're earning a 3% commission, that's $3,000. So if you brought a buyer to purchase a $100,000 home, you're receiving a 3% commission, you get $3,000 for your services. And of course, it's all in accordance to how much the value of the property is. Now, once you receive that commission, that $3,000 doesn't technically belong to you. You actually have to hang your license to work in real estate and sell properties. You have to have your license hung underneath a broker. So in exchange of having your license hung with your broker, you do have to split a portion of your commission with the broker. So usually in some places it's a 50-50 split, sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's 70-30, sometimes there's 100% companies. But depending on what your situation is or where you join, that's going to determine how much of that $3,000 you have to pay to your broker. Now, not only do you have to pay your broker, but after you split that with your broker, you have to pay your taxes. And then after you pay your taxes, you're left with the amount that you could take home to pay your bills and whatever it is you need to do. So let's break it down. We have a $100,000 property. We helped a buyer purchase. We've received a $3,000 commission. Out of that $3,000 commission, I then have to give half of that to my broker. So I'm left with $1,500. Out of that $1,500, I now have to give a certain portion of that to Uncle Sam. Typically in our business, it's generally going to be anywhere from 20 to 25% that goes to pay your taxes. Therefore, you're left with the remainder. You pay your bills. You have that to put in your savings account. You have that to put back into your business, whatever the case might be. So the way it works in real estate is you always have to stay one step ahead of your next closing. You can't rely on one closing and then after you close the deal and get paid, then you're looking for your next deal. You should always be at least 2 deals ahead of yourself. So if I have a deal in the hopper that's pending and I typically have to wait 30 days for that to close and get paid, I should already be working on my next 2 deals that I have closing in the near future. That way, by the time you get paid, you always have another commission coming in the future that you have to look forward to. So hopefully that kind of broke it down for you and kind of made it simple for you to understand how a real estate agent gets paid. Remember, you never really know what you're going to get as far as your commission is concerned, and you never know what might happen in the future. So I always say, save up for a rainy day, make sure you pay your taxes, and make sure that you are not living paycheck to paycheck or commission to commission. Always have deals in the hopper so you can always have a padding or security net in this business.
Just keep it simple.
Yeah. All right. So make sure to comment or subscribe. And if you like what you had to hear, or if you have any other ideas, please comment below so we can address them on our next topic of discussion. Until then, I'll see you next time.